what do you say about the campaign so far? And now Bawumia says there's been, is it one day, one lie, and he has been responding to, and people are saying, well, it looks like he's beginning to feel that he cannot take the campaign, lightly.
I mean, it's quite ironical that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has an issue with lies in politics. Quite ironical. But you see, for me, what is significant in all of this conversation is that the whole Bawumia candidature, of which Nana Kumia had been pulled from retirement to, as it were, project, is one that basically, for a third term for Mr. Akufo-Addo, invariably. The Bawumia candidature, as far as Ghana politics is concerned, again, I believe, is just an experiment by Mr. Akufo-Addo, possibly to test the sanity of Ghanaians. And where I think we should be looking at, that even if you look at the polling numbers of the 400, what it means is that a typical MPP person, right, 18% of them cannot confidently say they prefer Bawumia, even to lead the MPP. 18% out of that 4,000. And for me, that's significant. Now, if even within the creme de la creme of MPP, if you add Ken, Adanimo, the Agric Minister, Owusu, if you put all of them together, almost about 60-something% out of the 100, that's 43 are for Bawumia. So we are talking about more than 50% of the MPP members saying that they don't like him. And that, for me, is a vote of no confidence. It's a vote of no confidence. Because
but the party says that this is the candidate that you guys fear the most in the NDC, because it does look like if he's presented, then it's not going to be good for you in the elections.
First of all, Bawumia, like we say, is a fruit of the poisonous tree that has befallen Ghanaians today as we speak. So what is it about Bawumia that we should be scared of? I personally, if you ask me of a personal opinion, I fear the kind of politics because it's unconventional. You cannot tell what you do next. And so from a political strategic point of view, I fear his candidature. And for Bawumia, that's a damaged good. Look, if I go to, for instance, a typical Muslim community, and he says represents them, I'll say, before he became vice president, he said, look, he needed to be there to represent the interests of Muslims. Correct. Today, as we speak, a Muslim who is desirous of performing one of the 5 pillars of Islam need to cough about 75,000 Ghana cedis. It was 11,000 when he became vice. And the reason is because of the depreciation of the city, directly linked to his work as the chairman of the economic management team. So how in God's name is this candidature a threat to us? But you see, as politicians, we are not complacent. We do not want to underestimate any of the candidates, even though we believe that broadly, the MPP administration, quite unfortunately, has been abysmal. They have not demonstrated the capacity to develop this country. And you see, when we say this, the evidence is driven by data. We are talking about an administration that took over at a time when we have a debt to GDP ratio of 56%. Today, the report shows that by close of this year, we'll be doing 98%. How did we get here? I'm sure the middle class today watching us are asking, never was there that contemplation that we'll be doing a domestic debt exchange program, which had basically wiped out middle class income.
Does that, granted, assuming that what you're saying is what it is, and that's how people are thinking about the elections, does that translate to automatic consideration of the NDC as an alternative?
I mean, you see, for me, it is not an issue of automatic whatever. We are not sitting at home saying because MPP had failed, We want to win on our own strength.
Okay.
And that is why we have put in place the structures required to, as it were, prosecute a formidable, focused campaign as far as the 2024 election is concerned. We are not going to say, okay, because MPP had been so abysmal, we are going to sit home. No.
All right.
We are putting everything in place to do what is needful.
All right, let's go.
But, just 30 seconds. I need to make this point absolutely clear that Akufo-Addo's experiment, the candidature of Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, is a simple third-term misadventure by Mr. Akufo-Addo.
Thank you, but the president has said that he does not have any.
He had put in place enough government infrastructure.
That's the president. The president has
the Bawumia candidature.
Please allow me to also say that the president, because I need to put the facts out, the president has said that he does not support any of the candidates. Thank you.